Okay. So suppose a researcher is testing the hypothesis. The null hypothesis is that the proportion is 0.6 versus the alternative hypothesis, the proportion is not 0.6, and she finds the p-value to be 0.22. Explain what this means. Would she reject the null hypothesis? So the p-value is high. So yes, she would reject the null hypothesis. So we can already say, yes, we're going to reject. If the p-value is that high, she expects that about 22 of 100 samples. Well, it's never exactly, so we can throw those out if the null hypothesis is true. Okay. I'm just trying to read the answers because they're weird. She expects results no more extreme in about 22. Okay. So here's our 0.6. And we're looking at not 0.6, so it could actually be higher or lower. They didn't even tell us what our sample number is, but we got a p-value of 0.22. Usually we're comparing our p-value to something like 0.5. So it's definitely going to be greater than alpha, so we don't reject. And that's because 22 out of 100 samples would be beyond that test statistic. So it would be more extreme, or at least this extreme. So the first one, if the p-value is 0.22, she expects no more extreme than the test statistic. No, that's not right. So let's look at the last one. If the p-value, she expects results at least as extreme in about 22 of 100 samples. That's correct. The reason these are not, it says exactly. It's never exactly. We're talking probabilities. So that helped me rule those out right away. Any questions? Okay, any other questions in 8AB or 8C, D, I think it was called? No? Okay. All right. Okay, I don't see anything in the chat or any hands up, so we will go on.